Time is the most important part of any criminal investigation. As time passes by, the trail goes cold, the evidence gets lost, and memories begin to fade. Our top story tonight is one such cold case which is showing life after 14 months. It's the missing case of 22-year-old medical student Swadichcha Sane. The third-year MBBS student went missing from Mumbai on November 29, 2021. For 15 days, her father ran from pillar to post. He appealed to everyone who could help, but no one was interested. Go back home, he was told. She's 23. She must have gone somewhere. She'll come back. It's been 415 days. She hasn't come back. 415 days later, the cops have finally made 2 arrests. A lifeguard named Meetu Singh and his friend Jabbar Ansari. Both men have been charged with kidnapping. We will tell you exactly how these men were linked to Swadichcha's missing case. But more importantly, we will tell you how Mumbai police royally messed up this investigation. Just think about it. A young doctor goes missing in the heart of Mumbai at Bandra Bandstand. It's one of the most populated cities in the country. It's the financial capital, the city that supposedly never sleeps. But on that night on 2021, Mumbai police was sleeping. And for the next 14 months, they never woke up either. Swadichcha's father reported that his daughter was missing on November 29th itself. But the cops registered his complaint only 12 days later. Why? Because they said, don't worry, she's 23, go back home. She must have gone somewhere, she'll come back. So, that's a 12-day head start for criminals. In this period, who knows what they did to that young girl? It's not a stretch to say that Mumbai police got nothing right, absolutely nothing right in this case. From a delayed F.I.R. to interrogation without arrest to a laughable attempt at a lie detector test. We will expose all of that in the next 30 minutes, but first, let me tell you Swadichcha Sane's story and where it starts. Like I mentioned, the date was November 29th, 2021. Swadichcha left her house at around 9 a.m. that day. She was supposed to give an examination that afternoon. She was a topper in college, just by the way. CCTV cameras put her at Bandra station around 1 o'clock. But after that, there's a small gap in the timeline. We see Swadichcha again at 2:57 p.m. entering Bandstand. Her mobile phone indicates that she spent the afternoon there. Cut to midnight. The CCTV spots Swadichcha once again. She is heading to the seashore opposite Taj Land's End. At this point, the lifeguard Meetu Singh enters the picture. Now, we cannot verify the details of what happens next, but let me tell you what the police is saying. Meetu Singh started following Swadichcha because he thought she was trying to end her life. She was trying to commit suicide by drowning herself in the ocean. Swadichcha noticed him and clarified she wasn't trying to kill herself. This is the version of the police. What happens next is very strange. The cop says Swadichcha and Meetu sat together on a rock and began chatting, and they chatted until 3:30 a.m. in the morning. They even clicked selfies together. And they did click a selfie together because there is proof of that. That selfie is out there and you'll see it on your screens. My colleague Kumar Ankit visited that exact same spot on the seashore. Take a look at what he found.
I'm sitting on the rocks where on 29th November, Swadichcha Sane and Meetu Singh clicked selfie over here. If you see the background building, it is matching with the selfie when they are clicked over here. As per the CCTV footage, Swadichcha Sane came to the Bandra around 2:57 in the afternoon as per the CCTV footage. She was sitting over here, she was chilling, relaxing on this at this place. And if you see Mit's kitchen, which is Meetu's kitchen, which is nearby this place, and Meetu Singh stays nearby, to this place. So he was giving food to all the people whoever come at the sea over here. And apart from that, when she was sitting over here alone, Meetu Singh took the advantage and came here and started talking. And as per the police investigation, till 3 a.m. he was talking to her over here. And the person who police arrested, Jabbar Ansari, was also over here. And there is a discussion, there is a talk between Meetu Singh and Jabbar Ansari about Swadichchha Sane. So right now, Meetu Singh is in the police custody. The investigation is going on. And police is saying that all the time he's changing his statement. So from 29th November, Meetu Singh is saying that after that, I don't know where she went. So from 29th November, Swadichchha Sane was here. And after that, she was completely missing from last 13 months from Mumbai's bandstand area. And police investigation is going on. Police is also in search of Swadichchha Sane. We have to wait and watch how this investigation will take a place. With cameraman Hemant, Kumar Ankit, Mirror Now.
What happened in those 3 hours is key to understanding this case. Because at 3:30 a.m., we don't see Swadichchha leaving the beach. But we do see Meetu Singh and his friend Jabbar Ansari on camera. The natural question is, what happened to Swadichchha? Where is she? Her father reported that she was missing the same day, which was November 29th. He went to the Boisar police station to file a complaint. Now, what happened next sums up everything, absolutely everything that went wrong with this investigation. Hear it from Swadichcha's father, Maish Sane himself.
जैसे कि हम सबको पता है कि 29 नवंबर 2021 को सदिच्छा साने नाम की लड़की मुंबई के बैंडस्टैंड इलाके से रात को 3 बजे मित्तू सिंह नाम के लड़के का जो लड़का है उनके ढाबे पे 10:30 बजे खाना खाने जाती है, वहां पे उससे बात करती है और उसके बाद वो वहां से गायब हो जाती है। उसके बाद से आज तक 13 महीने हो गए इस बात को, फिर भी सदिच्छा साने का कोई भी पता नहीं। फिलहाल मेरे साथ उनके पिताजी मनीष साने जी है, आइए उनसे बात करते हैं। 13 महीने से अभी तक उनकी लड़की घर वापस नहीं आई है। उसके साथ साथ 29 नवंबर को किस तरह से सदिच्छा घर से गई एग्जाम देने के लिए। तो आइए सदिच्छा साने के फादर मनीष साने से बात करते हैं। इन सारे मामलों में आपने जो मिसिंग कंप्लेंट दर्ज कराई और मिसिंग कंप्लेंट दर्ज कराने के बाद बोईसर पुलिस स्टेशन में आपकी FIR लेने में कुछ इन्होंने पुलिस वालों ने ऊपर नीचे किया कि क्या चीज़ें ये चीज़ें क्या?
वो तो मैं सेकंड डे में जब वो मिट्टू सिंह का सेल्फी का मेरे को जब पता चला तो हमने सेकंड डे में ही बोईसर पुलिस स्टेशन में बोला ये केस आप लोकल क्राइम ब्रांच को वर्ग करो, लेकिन मेरा DYSP ने सुना न SP ने सुना, दोनों ने कुछ ध्यान ही नहीं दिया। उसके बाद मैं बोला ये मिसिंग कंप्लेंट के आधार पे आप लोग क्या इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे, क्योंकि मैं भी एक पत्रकार हूँ, मेरे को मालूम है। मैं बोला उनको आप पहला तो मेरा FIR दर्ज करो, 0 FIR, और केस वर्ग करो, नहीं तो एक काम करो आप इधर के जो लोकल क्राइम ब्रांच है बोईसर पालघर की, तो उनको एक केस दो। लेकिन वो उन्होंने मेरा केस दिया ही नहीं उन लोग को।
आपको ऐसे कुछ लगता है कि क्या बोईसर पुलिस स्टेशन से कोई हलगर्जी हुई है केस?
एब्सोल्युटली हलगर्जी हुई है। मैंने तो कितने बार बोला उनको, मेरा FIR भी दर्ज नहीं करे थे। ये FIR दर्ज करने के लिए मेरे को चित्रावाग तक जाना पड़ा, क्यों? लेकिन ये तो मेरा पहला सवाल है। लेकिन मैं आज तक चुप इसलिए क्योंकि मेरे को पहला मेरा ये है कि मेरी लड़की को ढूंढना है, उसके बाद क्या करना है मैं देखूंगा बात।
और सर जब ये केस का FIR दर्ज हुआ
उससे पहले भी सर मैं आपको बोलता हूँ, इधर के एक PI है, DYSP है जा करके, मैं नहीं था उस समय, बॉम्बे था, लेकिन मेरा एक दोस्त ने भी उसको बोला, वो भी पत्रकार है, कि बोले एक लड़की मिसिंग है, आप उसका FIR क्यों नहीं दर्ज? तो बोले 23 साल की लड़की है, किधर गई होगी, वैसा हम मिसिंग है ना लिखा, FIR क्यों नहीं दर्ज? तो वो ऐसा बात करते, एक जवाबदार व्यक्ति DYSP जैसा आदमी, मेरी लड़की डॉक्टर थी, कोई ऐरी गैरी तो नहीं थी, वो ऐसा थोड़ा जा सकती किसी के साथ में।
जैसे कि आपने लाइक मित्तू सिंह को भी देखा है, उनकी भी बहुत सारी चीजें देखी है, पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन, आपका पुलिस से लाइक कांटेक्ट भी हर वक्त होता होगा, क्या कुछ चीजें आप बता सकते हो कि मित्तू सिंह के बारे में पुलिस को ऐसी और कौन सी चीजें पता चली है? क्या वो मतलब किस तरह के कोई ड्रग्स वगैरह लेते थे या कुछ करते थे, ऐसी कोई चीजें आई?
मेरे को पुलिस से तो नहीं पता चला, लेकिन बाहर मैंने जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया मेरे हिसाब से, उससे मेरे को पता चला कि ये गांजा बिंजा भी बेचता है।
Meetu Singh, that's the name that keeps popping up in this case over and over again. According to many accounts, especially according to the father, he's not just a lifeguard, he also peddles drugs and owns a small boat in Bandra. The Bandra cops did interrogate him, but they never made an arrest. Despite all the CCTV evidence and the eyewitness accounts, Meetu Singh wasn't arrested. Instead, the cops decided to do a lie detector test. That too almost 9 months after Swadichchha went missing. Even the story of that test is laughably unprofessional. The cops first sought permission in April 2022, but the court order was issued in the last week of June. Why? Because the cops couldn't find Meetu Singh during this time. When the permission was finally granted, the narco analysis machine stopped working. And by the time the machine was repaired, the doctor in charge of the test had retired. So the police had to bring in a new doctor on board. Classic. Remember, we are not talking about some amateur service here. This is the Mumbai police, the men and women charged with protecting India's richest city. But they were huffing and puffing to organize one narco test. And what did that test indicate? Inconclusive, which in legal terms cleared Meetu Singh's name. My colleague Kumar Ankit visited Meetu Singh's home and spoke to people who knew him.
Currently, I am standing at Ganesh Nagar, which is near to Mumbai's bandstand area, where Meetu Singh born and brought up here only. If you see this area, it's completely slum area, which is very, very close to sea and to the bandstand area, where Meetu Singh born and brought up here only, and he knew about this place, about this and about everything. And after that, if you see, these are the 4 bamboos where Meetu Singh started his kitchen, and the name of the kitchen is Meet's Kitchen. And from here, he used to serve food to the people who always come here to enjoy the sea in Bandstand. As we all know, Bandstand is the area where people also come here alone to sit, to relax over here. So on that day also, the same incident where Swadichchha came over here to relax, she was here sitting alone, and on the rocks she was sitting alone over here. And on that time, Meetu Singh saw her and went to her and started talking.
After the lie detector test, the case went cold. It took political pressure from the opposition to jolt the Maharashtra government into action. Leading that charge was Manisha Kayande, an MLC from the Shiv Sena's Uddhav camp. She raised Swadichcha's case during the winter assembly session. That's when the government decided to act. The case was once again activated, and last week the police made 2 important arrests. Joining me now is Manisha Kayande, the Shiv Sena MLC. Manisha ji, thank you very much for joining us here on this Mirror Now special campaign. First things first, can I ask you what got you involved in this case?
Well, in the previous session of the Maharashtra Assembly, I had raised an LAQ, and when this news came up, and I read at several places and in various newspapers about this girl Swadichchha who was missing, it was very shocking the way the news came up, and being a third year MBBS student goes missing suddenly. She doesn't reach the exam, she doesn't reach the particular designated place, and this even people from Palghar, from where she's a resident, they also came up with this and asked me to intervene. Dr. Shubha Rao, the ex-mayor of Mumbai, she also mentioned this issue to me and insisted that I should raise this. And hence I had raised this issue in the session, in the previous session of the Maharashtra Assembly. And of course, that time the answer that was that the investigation is on, but there was no breakthrough. But after 13 months, this issue is come up, and now we hear. Of course, that time it only this many facts were revealed, that she was there at the Bandra bandstand, and from 2:30, 3 o'clock she disappeared. So why, basically the question arises that at such odd hours, why would a third year MBBS student go there at the Bandra bandstand? The girl who lives in Palghar, and she goes missing. Then, I mean, this is off the record, or not, somebody has not told me on record, that it seems she herself has voluntarily gone with somebody. Now, whenever a girl goes missing, this theory usually comes up, that she has gone somewhere on her own. So, if these were spoken in very soft words, that in whispers, that she has gone with somebody, when I spoke to a few policemen. But then after 13 months, now we get more details, that the CCTV footage, then there is some Facebook request sent to her by the lifeguard who was there with her, very much with her. Now we also hear, as per the newspaper reports, that that Meetu Singh, whoever that lifeguard was, his friend, some Ansari, was also knowing about this. So the police have really not made a real breakthrough in this issue. Now this is a small piece of information, but it comes up after 13 months. So this is very surprising, that I think that the police are really not into it. They should have tried more harder. Why did it take 13 months that a Facebook request was sent, and after 3:30 there were no visuals of her in the CCTV camera, and now we come to know that some Ansari person is also there, and that Meetu Singh's, that lifeguard, if I'm not taking his name wrongly, then his sister-in-law is also somewhere instrumental in destroying her identity details. So this is not very convincing, and why the police took so much time. I also hear from one of the reporters in the media that for 11 days the police did not take proper cognizance of the missing complaint by her father.
That is a problem. Not 11 days, actually 12 days, ma'am. The father went to the police. They said she'll come back. She didn't. He went to the police again and again, and it was only after 12 days that a F.I.R. was registered. And this is crucial time lost, just by the way. Now, 2 boys have been arrested. 2 men actually have been arrested. But here's the thing. They have been arrested after 412 days, but we still do not know where this young MBBS student is.
Yes, this all is very surprising. I think the police are taking a bit too long in investigating. I think these 2 men who are arrested, they should be thrashed, and they need to reply. They just can't say that we don't know what happened after 3:30 or 3 a.m. So I think that the police needs to further investigate, and even I think Maharashtra is one of the topmost states as far as missing girls, the numbers of missing girls are. And if our police are not able to crack the case. I think this is not Mumbai Maharashtra police. They need to be more responsible. The Home Minister of this Maharashtra and the Deputy CM really like the entire hype is around Shreya Dhoundial case, but this case is equally important. This case is equally important. That because a third year MBBS girl going itself to Bandra bandstand at such late hours and then missing, this is something which is not acceptable. So definitely the threads need to be joined, the missing links need to be joined, and special responsibility needs to be fixed. We can appoint an SIT, can be appointed a special investigating team particularly dedicated for this matter should be set up.
Manisha ji, before I let you go, I want to speak to you about the criminal apathy that was displayed by the Mumbai police. Fact is, here's a distraught father who comes to you. He comes to you because his girl, who's an MBBS student, she's 23 years old, has gone missing. She's not irresponsible. She's 23 years old. If she was going somewhere, she would be out late at night. 99.999% people will call their parents and say, look, we'll be late. She didn't do that. The father is worried. He goes to the police. It takes them 12 days to file the complaint. In the meantime, the police is telling him and his friend what? She must have gone somewhere. She's 23 years old. That's the problem with the way police think, especially when girls go missing. The implication is that she would have run off with someone and eventually she will come back.
Well, whichever government it may be, the police machinery remains the same. The police machinery should act impartially and should not bow down to any particular pressures from any government person, or it may be any politician, and neither should any different color be given by any politician. I think it is totally a matter of crime, and missing girls in Maharashtra, the number is rising, and this is very serious for Maharashtra, and particularly when different shades are given to such cases. It was very unfortunate in Shreya Dhoundial case also, when somebody is trying to give a religious color to such things. So I think whichever government, it was our government, today it is this government. It's not, if the government changes, that should be for the better as far as reports of crime are concerned, or conviction rate is you can't just blame the previous government for everything. You can't just blame the previous government for everything. You need to act, and politicians don't fall in every matters. These such missing girls complaints are quite routine. Why would any police officer should bow down or succumb to police pressures? Now this Palghar girl, this doctor who was this Swadichchha, who went missing, I don't think so there was any political interference in this. But this was not taken as a priority. And I think that our police need to be very, very gender sensitive, because such loose comments by anybody, any investigating officer, anybody from the public, that she must have gone away with somebody. This, okay, even if she has gone with somebody, was there a force, was there a pressure on her, was there like a Facebook request being sent by the same person, the lifeguard? Now how did this come up? So after 13 months, you come up with such thing that person had sent a Facebook request. So what was the police doing 13 months ago?
That is a question that the police will have to answer. And we need our politicians to put pressure. Thank you, Manisha ji, for joining us on the show and putting that political pressure to ensure that the case is at least making some headway now. Thank you, Manisha ji, for joining us. Now, Meetu Singh and his friend Jabbar Ansari have been arrested. The cops, in fact, have two very crucial pieces of information against Jabbar. Number one, he made several calls to Meetu Singh on November 30th. In those calls, he used foul language to describe Swadichchha Sane. Number two, Jabbar spent that night in a hotel which was highly unusual for him. He stays very close to the seashore and goes home almost every night. But on the day Swadichchha went missing, he stayed at a hotel. All of this should have been unearthed much earlier, not 415 days after a young, bright doctor has gone missing. Like I said in the beginning, time is the most important part of any investigation, especially in missing cases. With each passing day, the chance of finding the person alive diminishes. The Mumbai police acted slowly and unprofessionally when they received the father's complaint. It was only after political pressure from the opposition that the case was activated once again. Now you're seeing 2 arrests happening in a matter of days. But the question is it too little, too late? Because we still do not know where Swadichchha is. Here at Mirror Now, we will keep fighting this battle to hold Mumbai police accountable. Today was just the start of that campaign. Over the coming days, we will be bringing you every single aspect of Swadichcha's case, from police lapses to political reactions to personal accounts, because we need to find out what has happened to this young, bright girl, a third-year MBBS student, all of 23 years old. Just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. What if this was someone in your family? For the moment, I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. There's much more news coming.